Hi everyone, in this video we will be looking at short division, and there's a couple of steps on how to do it over here, but we'll get to that shortly.
Well, first of all, just a little bit of information about division. Division involves finding the number of equal groups into which a particular number can be divided. So basically taking a number and dividing it by a number and seeing how many equal parts it can be broken into. That is actually called a quotient. Alright, division can be done with or without a remainder. So sometimes we have remainder 1, remainder 2, and sometimes a number can be divided exactly. So for example, 4 divided by 2 gives us 2, no remainder left over. And multiplication and division are reverse operations. Basically what that means is that if we had a number 3 multiplied by 7, we would know that what that equals 21, but we could also say that 21 divided by 7 would equal 3, or 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So what they're saying when they say multiplication and division are reverse operations, this is what we're talking about. You can multiply or divide using those numbers. So what are the ways, or some of the ways, that we can actually do division? Well, the first strategy that we're going to look at is called some mental strategies. Our first mental strategy is obviously knowing our times tables and knowing them really, really well. For example, if we were asked to find the answer to this 84 divided by 7, we would want to know our times tables so that we could actually say, what is something multiplied by 7 to give me 84? And if we knew our times tables and we knew them really, really well, we would know that that is 12. So we would say that 12 times 7 equals 84. Another strategy is called the distributive law. This is where we take a number, so we'll say for example 93, and we can break 93 down into 90 plus 3. Okay? So if we had the question 93 divided by 3, we could say how many times can 90 be divided by 3 plus how many times can 3 be divided by 3? Well, we know that 3 can go into 90 30 times, and 3 goes into 3 once, so therefore our answer has to be 31. A third strategy is called halving both numbers repetitively. So if we had, for example, 128 divided by 8, we're not sure what to do there, so we would say that if we half this number over here, we need to half this number over here. So what is half of 128? That is 64. And what is half of 8? Is 4. Still probably couldn't work that one out, so what we'll do then is we'll half that number again and half the 4 again. So half of 64 would be 32, and half of 4 is 2. Therefore now it's got to a size that we can actually work out. So what is 32 divided by 2? And the answer there happens to be 16. So we've solved our problem of 128 divided by 8 by repetitively halving the numbers until we get our answer. So apart from the mental strategies, we can also use a short division algorithm, and pretty much what that means is we're setting it out as a sum. So if we had 37 divided by 3, we would set it out looking like this. Okay, so we've got 3 goes into 37, and this over here is actually called a division. What's a division sign? We would then say, how many times does 3 go into 3? Well, 3 goes into 3 once. 1 by 3 is 3, which is this over here. So 1 by 3 equals 3. How many times now does 3 go into 7? Well, we know that 3 times 2 is 6. What is left over? We have 1 left over. So our answer would be remainder 1. How did we get that? Well, we said 2 times 3 equals 6, but we have 7 over there. How much more do we need to add to 6. To get to 7, we need 1 more. So our answer for that particular sum is 12 remainder 1. Right, time for you to do 195 divided by 7. Remember to set it out properly and to solve. Put the video on pause and we'll see how you go. Well, let's see if you set it out properly. So 195 divided by 7. Perfect. So how many times does 7 go into 1? Well, it doesn't. It can't. It is 0. So we don't need to put the 0 up here. We'll just carry that forward. So we'll say, what is 7 divided into 19? Well, 7 divided by into 19 is twice. 2 by 7 is 14. What is left over to get 19? Well, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have 5. So we put the little 5 up the top there. So now we should say, how many times does 7 go into 55? Well, 7 goes into 55 7 times, because 7 times 7 is 49. And what is left over? Well, to get from 49 to 55, we have to add another 6. So our answer, therefore, is 27 remainder 6. Hope you got that right. I just want to touch on where we put that little 5 over there. So if there's a remainder, so for example 2 times 7 is 14, we have 5 more to get up to 19. That 5 actually comes in before the big number 5. So it comes in before. It does not ever come in afterwards. It's always before. So it makes that number 55. That's it. That's a short division algorithm.